That's us, we're on. You're giving a little wave, that's lovely. Okay, do you want to open your envelope up with your information that you have?
Yeah. I used the one you gave me
Oh, that's fine.
because I don't have anyone. So this is the questions.
Lovely.
So the first question
Right, just hold on
was.
a little sec because we've got the interview to do. I've got to ask you some questions first. So this is what we do at an interview. So I'm going to start by saying, welcome to the interview, Eva. It's lovely to have you here. And it's lovely to have you here. And just remind me, you're here to apply for the job of teacher in room 12. Is that right?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to, you got the questions in advance, and now I'm going to say each question and you can give me your answers to those questions, okay? So the first question, Eva, was how would you organise your reading programme?
I would test them in reading to see their levels, and they will read and answer questions, and some kids will help them.
Right, okay. So that's really good. You're going to test them first of all to see what level they're at. So when you're reading in your group, with your reading group, what are the other children going to be doing?
Helping each other.
Okay, what's that going to look like?
Well, they're helping each other. So, like there's one that has a book, and the other tries to read
Right.
the things, and then I'll read with my group, and then the ones that are in like the biggest group, it will in the biggest group they will do it by themselves.
Okay, they'll be working independently. Okay, lovely, thank you. It sounds like you've thought that one through really well. So here's my next question. What would you do if a child refused to do something when you asked them?
I would encourage them and say why this task is important. If they don't still do it, I would say you won't play the game. If you do it, you play the game, or you can choose a game to play.
Right, so if they do the work, then they get a reward. Is that the
Yeah.
deal? That's a good idea. I like that. That's positive behaviour management. That's very good. I like that one. Okay. Anything else you might do for that one?
No.
No? You think you're all covered?
Oh, someone could help them on where they're stuck.
Right, so if they're stuck, then that would be a bit different. Sometimes children just say, no, I'm not doing it because they're stuck and they don't know what else to do. So you could say, you might encourage them to work together with someone else to get them through it. I like that idea, well done. Now question 3. Are there any areas that you feel you need some professional development in?
I would want to learn strategies to help children solve conflicts, and also I would need help to learn how to use the smart TV and when it works.
Right, okay, that makes
And
sense.
I need a passcode for the
Photocopier?
the
Oh, to get into the laptop. Of course, you would get all that. So,
and the photocopy.
so if you win the position, all that, we would sort all that out for you. Okay? Okay, that's very good. Good professional development you've thought of there. So some strategies to help the children, and also making sure that you've got the password for the laptop and you know how to use a smart TV. Excellent. Have you any questions for me, Eva?
Yeah. Would I get the help of a stagiaire? Would you consider having both me and Eleanor sharing the teaching job.
Right, so the first one, would you get the help of a stagiaire?
Yeah.
Most definitely, because there's usually a stagiaire for some of the time in room 12, at least each day, isn't there?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm sure that we would arrange that. Now, that's a very good question, your second question, would I consider doing a job share? So can you give me a little bit more information of what that might look, you think it might look if you were sharing the job, you and Eleanor?
It would be fantastic and fun.
Okay, so I'm a bit concerned because I only have one salary. You pay. Would you share the pay? Would you just half it each if you were both in there working together?
Yeah.
Yeah? So if I paid, because I have to look at the pay scale, I'm not sure what you would have because you're so young. How old are you?
7.
7. I'm not even sure if we have a pay scale for 7-year-olds, but if say I was going to pay $20 a day for a teacher, that means that would be, how much each would you get then?
What?
If it's $20 and there's 2 teachers, how much would you get each a day? So it'd have to be
10.
$10 each. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Happy.
happy to take a pay cut so that you could both work together? Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you share your day? What would you do? What would it look like?
Well, one can be at the back of the line when we go at the assembly, and the other one is very few. If they have all they need to go home.
Okay, so you would have a bit of
Yeah.
change over some days.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite a good idea because it means you could have a bit of a rest as well. Yeah, and I think possibly it would be worth I think I could possibly think about a job share. Now I have a couple of things to say, Eva. One of the main things is that I'm a bit concerned because we've never employed someone that's 7 years old before. It's a little bit young. Also, you don't have any teaching experience. And my last big concern is you have no teacher registration, which we need to sort out, and I don't know if we could do that. But what I would like to say is you did an excellent interview. You answered the questions very, very well, and I think you should be very proud of yourself. How do you feel?
Good.
Good. Thank you very much.
So when will we have the answers?
Well, what I'll do is I will share, because this is why I videoed, because I need Mrs. Wrightson to look so that we can look at everything you've said together, and then I will let you know in the next day or so. Would that be okay? Will that work for you?
Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much for that.